I'm here on the South Main Street of Wexford Town, and behind me are 3 buildings. We have the Lotus restaurant here, we have the NK Footwear, and we have the abandoned Coleman Doyle hardware store. These 3 buildings have recently been sold and purchased by developers, along with another set of buildings behind these on the next street over on Peter Street. And a source has told me that these buildings may well be used to house asylum seekers in the very near future. And what is very interesting about this story is that the middle building here, NK Footwear, as you can see, it's closed on a Saturday afternoon. This shop has been open here for I think over 20 years. It's closed because the electricity has been cut to that building, and a source has told me that this may be an effort to force that business owner out of their business so that asylum seekers can be housed in these buildings here behind me. So I just took to the streets of Wexford to ask the locals what they think about this. Do you think it's fair, like that the developers can buy properties and without planning, they can set them up to house foreigners, but they can't set them up. They can't do the same thing for Irish people.
For Irish people, which I agree with you there 100%. It's wrong. Like, Irish should come first. At the end of the day, like, if you went to their country, you won't get a place. I lived abroad and I know I couldn't get a place, and that's it, unless I worked, and that's where it's got. So what's going on in this country? I haven't got a clue. You know what I mean? It's all big business, making money.
Well, unfortunately, Simon Harris and his fellow politicians are letting the country down badly. They're not looking after the Irish, giving them accommodation. They're giving foreigners accommodation first before the Irish, and that is just not right.
The town will implode, and there'll be war. There'll be people out marching, and it seems like they're pushing for it. Like that's what it seems to me. Like they're trying to get us out in the streets, get us all classified, and put us away. You know what I mean? And then they can do what they want. Because they don't have our interest or they don't have us. Like they're looking at us like numbers, like really, like, you know what I mean? And obviously it's the EU then too pushing it as well, because we have the quota thing and all going on now as well, and we had the option to opt out of it and we didn't. Now why weren't we given the right to vote on that rather than, do you know what I mean? That's the great thing about Ireland as well. Like, you know, the people have power, but they just don't realise it.
No, I like the business to keep going, like, and like, you know, because there's a lot of asylum seekers in the country, and they're being put everywhere and anywhere, and the people of Ireland they're just tired of it now. That there's just so many people coming over here, and there's men coming over here, no women, there's no children, and they're being putting them up in anywhere they can put them, and it's not safe. Our country's not safe anymore because there's just too many of them here. You know, and it's just, they're getting everything handed to them right left and centre. They should be shipped off and back home again. As far as that's what I think anyway.
Well, I believe that one, asylum seekers do have a place in the country. Although I do think it's a very kind of self-destructive idea to move businesses out to house people there. As much as I think that we need to work on the housing crisis both for the Irish people and for people coming into the country. I believe that, you know, the backbone of our country are these businesses, especially here in Wexford. Local businesses are quite important, but I believe that there should be some kind of alternative idea instead of forcing businesses out. You know, I mean, there's plenty of derelict buildings here in Ireland. There's multiple factories throughout the country have closed down. Nearly all the industry is gone, and there is plenty of space that, if a bit more delicate planning was put in place by the government and by the powers that be, I suppose, we would be able to house everybody here and more people to come in as well.
It's a catch-22 situation, like, you know what I mean? You either speak up about it and potentially get arrested, or you shut up and get on with your life. So I don't know, and I'm lucky enough I don't have children. So there you go, the people with children now, they have to be worrying about it too, you know what I mean? So it's a strange situation we're in. Like.
As a person that's living in Wexford and is on the HAPs and I can't get housing, and these people are all coming in from other countries and they're getting everything, so I can't understand why the country is gone that way. You know what I mean? There's nothing for the Irish anymore in this country. You know what I mean? So these all properties getting turned into accommodation for, we say, what do you call it, other people from outside this jurisdiction. It's all wrong. How about the Irish first?